Our daily study of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll chant the prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakatamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shritapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha श्रीरूपं सगजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी परमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पश्चात्देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So last time we had discussed, we were in 10th canto, 16th chapter, 60th verse we completed. So we'll see 61st verse. य संस्मरेन्मर्त्यस् तुभ्यं मद अनुशासनं कीर्तयन् उभयो सन्ध्योर्न युष्मद्भयम् आप्नुयात् यन् who this samsmarit remembers martya a mortal tubhyam to you mat my anushasanam command kirtayan chanting ubhayo at both sandhyo in junctures of the day, na not yushmat from you, bhayam fear apnuyat obtains. Translation by the humble servants of Srila Prabhupada. If a mortal being attentively remembers my command to you to leave Vrindavan and go to the ocean and narrates this account at sunrise and sunset, he will never be afraid of you. So Krishna is saying this after all this pastime of Krishna chastising the serpent Kaliya. 62nd verse. Yosmin swatva mat akride devadim starpaye jalah upasyo mam smaran archet sarva papai pramuchate yahu asmin in this Kaliya's lake in the Yamuna river, snatva bathing, mat akride the place of my pastime, deva adin the demigods and other worshipful personalities, tarpayet gratifies, jalai with the water of that lake, upasyo observing a fast, mam me smaran remembering archit performs worship, sarva papai from all sinful reactions, pramuchate he becomes freed. Translation: if one bathes in this place of my pastimes and offers the water of this lake to the demigods and other worshipable personalities, or if one observes a fast and duly worships and remembers me, he is sure to become free from all sinful reactions. Purport: according to the Acharyas, the Lord spoke this verse to make it clear to Kaliya that he could by no means remain in the Yamuna river. Although the Lord had mercifully pardoned the serpent and ordered him to go to the ocean with all his associates, Kaliya should not even consider requesting to remain in the lake because it was now to become a holy place for spiritual pilgrims. So that is why Krishna asked him to leave that place. Next, Dipam Ramanakam Hitva Hridam Etam Upashrita Yad Bhayat Sa Suparnastvam Nadyan Mat Vadalanchitam Dipam, the great island, Ramanakam, named Ramanaka, Hitva, abandoning, Ridham, the small lake, Etam, this Upashrita, taken shelter of, Yat of whom Bhayat, because of the fear, Sa, that Superna, Garuda, Tvam, you, Na Adyat, will not eat, Mat Pada, with my feet, Lanchitam, marked. Translation: out of fear of Garuda, you left Ramanaka island and came to take shelter of this lake. But because you are now marked with my footprints, Garuda will no longer try to eat you. Shri Rishirvacha Mukta Bhagavatarajan Krishnenadbhutakkarmana Tam Pujyam Asamuda Nagapatnyascha Sadharam. Sri Rishi Rvacha, the sage Sukadev said, Mukta, freed, Bhagavata, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Rajan, O King Parikshit, Krishnena, by Lord Krishna, Adbhuta Karmana, whose activities are very wonderful. Tam, him, Pujayam Asha, worshipped, Muda, with pleasure, Naga, of the serpent, Patnya, the wives, Cha, and Sa Adaram, with reverence. Translation: Sukadev Goswami continued, my dear king, having been released by Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose activities are wonderful, Kalia joined his wives in worshipping him with great joy and reverence. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments as follows on this verse. The word Adbhuta Karmana indicates the Lord's wonderful activities of saving the residents of Vrindavan from Kalya, saving Kalya himself from Garuda, and bestowing grace upon both the victims of violence and the committer of that violence, that is, the inhabitants of Vrindavan and Kalya himself. The word Krishnena by Krishna indicates that because Kalya's wives were great devotees of the Lord and offered him loving affection, Krishna withdrew Karshanam, both Kalya's offense against the Lord's devotee Garuda and that against the residents of Vrindavan who were very dear to him. So, as Krishna can tolerate any offense to himself, but he does not tolerate any offense done to his devotees. But because the wives of Kalia serpent were devotees, so when they offered prayers to the Lord, so he forgave Kalia. Divyambara Sranmani bhi paradhai api bhushana Divya Gandhanu lepaischa mahatyo yotpala malaya pujayitvar Jagannatham प्रसाद्य गरुडध्वजं ततप्रीतोऽभ्यनुज्ञातः परिक्रम्याभिवन्द्यतं सकलत्र सुहृत्पुत्रो दीपम् अब्धेर्जगामः तदैव साम्यत अचला यमुना निर्विषाभवत् अनुग्रहाद् ग्रहाद् भगवता क्रीडा मानुषरूपिणा. Divya, divine, Ambara, with clothing, struck garlands, manibhi, and jewels, para ardhai, most valuable, api, also bhushanai, ornaments, divya, divine, gandha, with scents, anulepa, anointments, cha, as well, mahatya, fine, utpala, of lotuses, malaya, with a garland, puja itva, worshipping Jagatnatham, the Lord of the universe, prasadya, satisfying Garuda Dhajam, him whose flag is marked with the emblem of Garuda. Tata, then Prita, feeling happy, Abhyanugyata, given permission to leave, Parikramya, circumambulating, Abhivandya, offering obeisances, Tam to him, Sa, along with Kalatra, with his wives, Surut, friends, Putra, and children, Dipam, to the island Abde. In the sea, Jagama, he went, her indeed, Tada Eva. At that very moment, Sa Amrita, nectarian, Jala, her water, Yamuna, the river Yamuna, Nidvisha, free from poison, Abhavat, she became Anugrahat by the mercy Bhagavata, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krida for pleasure pastimes, Manusa, human like, Rupina, manifesting a form. Translation: Kalia worshipped the Lord of the universe by offering him fine garments along with necklaces, jewels, and other valuable ornaments, wonderful scents and ointments, and a large garland of lotus flowers. Having thus pleased the Lord, whose flag is marked with the emblem of Garuda, Kalia felt satisfied. Receiving the Lord's permission to leave, Kalia circumambulated him and offered him obeisances. Then, taking his wife's children and friends and children, he went to his island in the sea. The very moment Kalia left, the Yamuna was immediately restored to her original condition, free from poison and full of nectarian water. This happened by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who was manifesting a human like form to enjoy his pastimes. Purport: Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented extensively on this verse. To explain the word Manibhi, Kalia worshipped the Lord with jewels. The Acharya has quoted from the Sri Radha Krishna Ganodesha Dipika by Rupa Goswami as follows: Kostubhakyo maniryena pravishya hridam oragam Kalia preya Shri Vrinda hastair atma Atmopaharita. The Lord had made his Kaustuba gem enter the serpent's lake, and then he arranged for it to be presented to him himself by the hands of the Kalia's wives. In other words, because Lord Krishna wanted to act just like an ordinary human being, he made the transcendental Kaustuba gem invisible and caused it to enter within Kalia's treasury. Then, when the appropriate moment came for Kalia to worship the Lord with many different jewels and ornaments, the serpent's wives, unaware of the Lord's transcendental trick, presented him with a Kaustuba gem, thinking it was simply one of the jewels in their possession. The Acharya has further commented that the reason Lord Krishna is described in this verse as Garuda Dhwaja, he whose flag is marked by the symbol of his carrier, Garuda, is that Kalia also desired to become Lord Krishna's carrier. Garuda and the serpents are originally related as brothers, and therefore Kalia wanted to indicate to Lord Krishna, if you ever have to go to distant place, you should also think of me as your personal carrier. I am the servant of your servant, and in the wink of an eye, I can travel hundreds of millions of yojanas. Thus, the Puranas narrate that in the course of Lord Krishna's eternal cycle of pastimes, when Kamsa orders the Lord to come to Mathura, he sometimes goes there mounted upon Kalia. Lord Krishna's eternal cycle of pastimes in some Puranas, okay. That Kamsa orders the Lord to come to Mathura, he sometimes goes there mounted upon Kalia. Thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna Chastises the Serpent Kalia. Chapter number 17. The history of Kalia. This chapter describes how Kalia left the island of the snakes and how the sleeping residents of Vrindavan were saved from a forest fire. When King Parikshit inquired about Kalia's leaving Ramanaka island, the abode of the serpents, and about why Garuda acted inimically toward him, Srila Sukadev Goswami replied as follows: All the serpents on the island were afraid of being devoured by Garuda. To placate him, every month they would leave various offerings for him at the foot of a banyan tree. But Kalia, puffed up as he was with false pride, would eat these offerings himself. Hearing of this, Garuda became furious and went to kill Kalia, whereupon the snake began biting the great bird. Garuda fiercely bit him with his wing, sending Kalia fleeing for his life to a lake adjoining the Yamuna river. Prior to the above incident, Garuda had once come to the Yamuna and started eating some fish. Saubhari Rishi had tried to stop him, but Garuda, agitated by hunger, had refused to heed the sage's prohibitions, and in response, the sage had cursed Garuda that if he ever came there again, he would immediately die. Kalia had heard of this and thus he lived there without fear. In the end, however, he was driven out by Sri Krishna. When Lord Balaram and all the residents of Vrindavan saw Sri Krishna rise up out of the lake, beautifully decorated with many different gems and ornaments, they embraced him in great pleasure. The spiritual masters, priests, and learned brahmanas then told Nanda Maharaj, the king of the cowherd, that although his son had been caught in the grips of Kalya, it was by the king's good fortune that he was now free again. Because the people of Vrindavan were quite worn out by hunger, thirst, and fatigue, they spent that night on the banks of the Yamuna. In the middle of the night, a fire happened to blaze up within the forest, which had become dry during the hot season. As the fire surrounded the sleeping inhabitants of Vrindavan, they suddenly awoke and rushed to Sri Krishna for protection. Then the unlimitedly powerful Lord Sri Krishna, seeing his dear relatives and friends so distressed, immediately swallowed up the terrible forest fire. Text number 1. Shri Rajuvacha Nagalayam Ramanakam Katham Tatyaj Kaliya Kritam Kim Va Suparnasya Tenaikena Samanjasam. Sri Rajavacha, the king said, Naga of the serpents, Alayam, the residence, Ramanakam, the island named Ramanaka, Katham, why, gave up, Kaliya, Kritam, was made, Kimva, and why, Suparnasya of Garuda, Tena, with him, Kaliya, Ekena, alone, Asamanjasam, enmity. Translation. Having thus heard how Lord Krishna chastised Kaliya, King Parikshit inquired, why did Kaliya leave Ramanaka island, the abode of the serpents, and why did Garuda become so antagonistic toward him alone? Shishukavacha Upaharya Sarpai Janai Masiha Yo Labhi Yo Bali Vanaspatyo Mahabaho Naga Nampran Nirupitam Samsambhagam Prayachanti Naga Parvani Parvani Gopithayatmanah Sarve Suparnaya Mahatmane. Shishukavacha Sukadev Goswami said, Upaharya, who were qualified to make offerings, Sarpa Jalai, by the serpent race, Mashi, each month, Iha, here in Nagalaya, year which Bali, offering of tribute, Vanaspatya, at the base of a tree Mahabaho, O mighty arm, Parikshit, Naganam for the serpents, previously Nirupita ordained some each his own, Bhagam portion, Prachanti, the present Naga, the serpents, Parvani, once each movement Gopithaya for the protection Atmana of themselves. Sarve, all of them, Suparnaya to Garuda, Atmane, the powerful. Translation. Sukadev Goswami said, to avoid being eaten by Garuda, the serpents had previously made an arrangement with him whereby they would each make a monthly offering of tribute at the base of a tree. Thus, every month on schedule, O mighty armed King Parikshit, each serpent would duly make his offering to that powerful carrier of Vishnu as a purchase of protection. Purport. Srila Swami has given an alternate explanation of this verse. Upadharya may also be translated as by those who are to be eaten, and Sarpajanai as those human beings who are dominated by or who belong to the serpent race. According to this reading, a group of human beings had fallen under the control of the serpents and were prone to be eaten by them. To avoid this, the human beings would have, according to a group of human beings had fallen under the control of the serpents and were prone to be eaten by them. To avoid this, the human beings would make a monthly offering to the serpents, who in turn would offer a portion of that offering to Garuda so that he would not eat them. The particular translation given above is based on the commentary of Srila Sanatan Goswami and a translation by Srila Prabhupada in his Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In any case, all the acharyas agree that the serpents purchased protection from Garuda. Next was Visa. It's like Visa. Visha वीर्यमदाविष्टा काद्रवेयस्तु कालिया कदर्थीकृतः कृत्य गरुडं स्वयं तं भुजे बलिं Visham because of his poison Veer and his strength Mada intoxication Avishta absorbed Kadraveya the son of Kadru. 2. On the other hand, Kalya Kadarthi Krita, disregarding Garuda Swayam himself, Tam that Bubuje ate Balim the offering. Translation. Although all the other serpents were dutifully making offerings to Garuda, one serpent, the arrogant Kalya, son of Kadru, would eat all these offerings before Garuda could claim them. This Kalya directly defied the career of Lord Vishnu. तच्छ्रुत्वा कुपितो राजन् भगवान् भगवत्प्रियविजिघांसुर्महावेगकालीयं समुपाद्रवत् that Shrutva, hearing Kupita, angered Rajan, O king, go Bhagavan, the powerful Garuda, the word Bhagavan, okay. Bhagavat Priya, the devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Viji Ghamsu, desiring to fight Mahavega, the greatly swift. Kalyam to Kalya, Samu Padravat, he rushed. Translation. O king, the greatly powerful Garuda, who is very dear to the Supreme Lord, became angry when he heard of this. Desiring to kill Kalya, he rushed toward the serpent with tremendous speed. Srila Sanatan Goswami explains that the word Mahavega indicates that the great speed of Garuda cannot be checked by anyone. Speed cannot be checked by anyone. Okay. Tam apatantam tarsa vishayudha प्रत्यभ्ययाद उतितनैकमष्टक दद्भि सुपर्णं द्वादश दद आयुध करालविजिवोचिवसितोघ्रलोचना तं हिम गरुड़ा tapatatam attacking Sarasa swiftly Visa of poison Ayudha who possessed the weapon Prati toward Abhyayat ran Uttita raised na eka many Mastaka his heads that bhi with his fangs Suparnam Garuda Vedashat bhi bit the Dad Ayudha whose fangs were weapons Karala fearsome Jiva his tongues Uchvasita explained Ugra and terrible Lochana his eyes. Translation. As Garuda swiftly fell upon him, Kalya, who had the weapons of poisons, raised his numberless hoots to counteract. Swiftly fell upon him. Showing his ferocious tongues and expanding his horrible eyes, Kalya then bit Garuda with the weapon of his fangs. Purport. The Acharyas explain that Kalya used his weapon of poison at distance by spitting venom on the enemy and at short range by biting him with his terrible fangs.